Guys, would you guess what this is? Who can really guess it? This is a gun, and this is a gun made from, we call it the Acacian thorn. As you can see, this Acacian thorn and a bush rope ball, or we call it the fruits that come from bush rope, which is still raw, is not ripe. These two naturally available plants can be used to make an awesome toy. As you can see, this one is a simple gun made from acacia and bush rope ball, and that's what I would like to show you today to make on this my YouTube channel. That's Miles Children, and my names are Simeon Otieno. And if you like my videos, you can subscribe for you to get weekly notification on when I produce my next videos. You can comment, you can like, you can share video whom you feel is good to have also to have fun with on how to make this of our simple toys. For today, I'll use simple plants. That's the bush rope ball. I think these are some of the balls, and we'll use acacian leaf thorns. I think the leaves are the ones which are modified such that they adapt as the thorns. For today, we'll use a razor blade as our own tool. By the use of razor blade, we'll cut acacian thorn into 4 parts. We are onto the procedure of how to produce this simple acacian and bush rope ball gun. And this our first thorn will act as our main gun part. And you be careful, please, so that you may not injure yourself, as the razor blade cuts and the thorn can also prick you thoroughly. But we have produced our first part of the gun. That's the trigger plus the nozzle plus the main body part. Now, for us to produce a very good trigger, we'll cut one side of the acacian thorn so that we have something that looks like more of a gun, but it's not a gun. And for the top of the thorn, we can use this as our bullet. And we already have our bullet. Can you guess what is remaining for our gun? Boom! What remains is the trigger, because you know that a gun must have a trigger and it must also have the suspender that makes or allows the bullet to go freely or to be fired. And for that case, we'll use a smaller part of the thorn, and I'll decide to use this part for our own trigger. This will be our trigger. As we have produced a trigger here, here is a bullet, and here also there is the main part of the bullet. But one thing remains, as you had seen my first gun, the bush rope ball. This is what remains, and we now just assemble our toy that we wanted to produce for this week. That's the simple acacian and bush rope ball gun. Now, with the use of another thorn, we'll make a hole onto the bush rope ball, and be very careful. It is very, 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 very challenging to put a hole onto it. And yes, here is an hole. This hole exists onto our bullet, or we call it, this will be our part of our gun. As you see, the hole is somewhere here, and here is where we'll use to assemble some parts of our gun. Now we'll have the whole body assembled. As you can see, the body for our own gun is already assembled. What remains is just to have a spring that will be used to propel our bullet, and the spring is already available. As you see, it assumes the shape of the gun. What remains is a bullet. That's what we'll fix, and our gun will be good to go. As you can see, we'll fix our bullet onto our gun. I think we are good to go. The bullet is already with our gun, and we'll need to cock it. It's cocked manually. As you see, it is cocked, and we are already having our own gun. As you see, it looks similar to this. I have my 2 guns. I can now go and fight. I can claim that I'm the superpower country because I have my own 2 guns. Now it's time to prove that is my gun really working. For the first gun, I'll trigger. Because I triggered, I'll just fire. As you can see, it has fired. There's no more bullet. I can also place another bullet because I had extra bullet, because I'm already a militant, and I'll trigger my gun, and I'll fire again. Boom. Oh, sorry, it has not fired. Let's fire the gun. Let's fire the gun. Oh, sorry, we'll use the other one. The other gun is here just lazing around, and yet the enemies are just about to capture us. Boom! It also fired. For today, I would just like to thank you for having time to watch my videos. As I said earlier, you can subscribe, watch, like, so that we can produce our videos. If you may have something to support our video, you can also help us grow our channel to produce this simple toys, because it seems that they have been forgotten, as the new generation only knows what is around, what comes around with phone, laptops, iPhones, but it's like they have neglected this.